The Subtool palette houses the many parts of your project. It's standard practice to split your project into individual subtools for easy management between various poly counts. Each subtool has its own set of subdivision levels. Use the solo button here momentarily to view your selected subtool only. Use the transparency button here in order to see through all of your unselected subtools. Some project presets open with a few subtools. Clicking the eye icon will toggle the visibility of an unselected subtool. The most important buttons here include the duplicate button, as it will duplicate your currently highlighted subtool. The Append button will open a menu with primitives to select and add to your subtool list. From here you can place it with the Gizmo 3D, divide a few times, and begin sculpting. The Delete button will delete your currently highlighted subtool. ZBrush will let you know that this cannot be undone, so be sure before pressing OK. Open the Split tab to find the Split Hidden button. This button requires a portion of your mesh or subtool to be hidden with the selection tools. Once set, press the Split Hidden button to separate a hidden portion into its own subtool. Click and drag in order to rearrange and reposition your subtools. Open the Merge tab. Pressing the Merge Down button will merge your currently highlighted subtool with the subtool below it. Pressing the Merge Visible button will merge all subtools with visibility enabled into a new Z tool that can be found up here. Draw a mask shape on your model using the Control key. Next, open the Extract tab and press the Extract button. Extract allows you to generate new geometry from your mask. This, however, is a preview that will vanish when you move your camera or change your settings to fine-tune your results with the Smooth slider that will smooth your edges and the Thickness slider that will change the height of your extraction. When done, press the Accept button to generate the new geometry as a new subtool. The new subtool has a mask applied to it that you can simply clear. Easily jump from subtool to subtool with a simple setup. Open the Preferences menu and expand the Edit tab and press the Auto Select Subtool button. Now hold the Alt key and click on another subtool to jump to that subtool. This will make it easier to move around. Be sure to press Store Config in the Config settings to save this to your default ZBrush loadup. Open the File menu and press Save As to save your current project. Here you also have the option to save your undo history. Leaving this enabled will create larger save files and likely longer save times. By default, ZBrush auto-saves your project every 20 minutes. In the event of a crash, you can locate your last autosave by opening up Lightbox and select the Quick Save tab. Scrub to the far right to available quick saves to find the last file beginning with the letters Q, S, followed by a series of numbers. Double click to load and pick up where you left off. Open the Geometry subpalette and expand the Modify Topology tab. In here are a couple of must-know buttons that don't work with subdivisions. Mirror and Weld will mirror over an axis selected here and weld along the middle. Delete unwanted portions of your mesh by using the selection tools. Hold Alt to turn red and hide the highlighted portion. Next, press the Delete Hidden button. Close all open edges on your mesh by pressing the Close Holes button here. Open the Deformation subpalette and locate the Inflate slider near the bottom. Using this slider will inflate all visible unmasked geometry. Lastly, open the Preferences menu and expand the Quick Info settings. Enabling the Quick Info button will allow you to receive additional information about most interface items and buttons simply by hovering and holding the Control key. This will be a big help towards learning about things in ZBrush.